listen now, take my advice, 'cause your future isn't looking very nice. Now it's too late, you could've run, but you said no, oh man, I told you so. Now it's too late, you could've run, but you said no, oh man, I told you so. Now it's too late, you could've run, but you said...
See Eric Bischoff backstage trying to phone a taxi, and Sting stops him from leaving. Thanks. After this, we get the first of James Storm's matches, and then James Storm versus Robert Roode. Yeah, during this match, we hear that the next week is going to be a special Star Wars edition from London of Impact. I have no idea what the hell that's going to involve, but why do I have an idea of a green midget walking around? I don't like that. What I was like Sting dressed like Chewbacca, or... Oh no. Why? Why? You're going to ruin another thing for me, TNA, aren't you? Fuck off. Oh yeah, there's a match going on. Oh yeah, the match itself is fucking epic. It really is. It's a really good match, and there's like everybody knows me, knows I won't say this about TNA much. I'm enjoying this week. So far it's been quite entertaining. This match is absolutely brilliant. Anyone who gets a chance to watch it, please do. Please do. If you don't watch anything else from Impact, just watch this. It is really worth your time. In the end... Sorry about that, I got the dog running around. But yeah, anyway. In the end, Roode ultimately wins. He manages to finish off with help from Bully Ray, sorry. My brain shut down there for a second, sorry. Yeah, but he wins with help from Bully Ray. Bully Ray comes out and holds Storm's leg so that he can't hit the super kick. Just before this, Roode tries to get himself intentionally disqualified again by hitting him over the head with a belt. This doesn't go well, as he gets a... What does he call it? Well, it's basically a code breaker. But Storm calls it closing time. That's what he calls it. Which is an excellent name for a move. But anyone who needs to watch it, anyone who can watch this match, please do. I would recommend it for anyone, any wrestling fan. You don't even need a story for this, do you? Just, it's a good match, so I'm going for an 8 out of 10. Very well earned. Excellent match. Dodgy finish, but it's wrestling. What do you want? Still a good match. After the match, Bubba and Storm. Okay. Bubba and Storm? Sorry. Bubba and Roode beat up Storm. And Sting comes down and makes a save. So, and he basically tells Roode that he's going to be keeping his eyes on him later on tonight. So, that should be interesting. Next up, another match. Moving from one to another. So, no messing about with TNA tonight. It is Tara versus Gail Kim. Why this match is happening, when it's going to happen at the pay-per-view on Sunday, I believe. Yes, today is the 8th. So yes, it is this Sunday. So why this is happening now? Well, they're giving it away on free on TV. This is Impact, and we're idiots apparently. So there you go. I think this is one of those times where, like, the match itself looks good on paper. But the more you put it down to practice, it just doesn't seem to work. And I just don't feel like they're trying, because you could tell they were trying, and you tell them they were putting in the effort, but everything just looks sloppy. It just looked really sloppy. Every move, every punch just looked like it wasn't working at all. And I don't know why. It should work. These two are great. These two are great wrestlers. They've both proven their worth in every manner of the speaking. So, I just don't see why it didn't work, but it just wasn't entertaining. Not in the least. So, every move was sloppy. They had their moments, don't get me wrong. They had some nice submission maneuvers. Gail got a nice submission maneuver onto Tara at one point, but the match itself just sort of sloppy. That's all you can say about it. It's very sloppy. Ultimately, Tara wins, but obviously the fans don't, because they've being given a pay-per-view match for free, but what can you do about it? Tara wins with a Widow's Peak, and I'm going to guess she's not going to win at the pay-per-view, but we'll see how that goes. So next, the moment we've all been waiting for. All the fans have, because they're just hyping up to this moment, and they know who it is. They know who it is. Everybody knows who it is. But it's Garrett's trainer. So he comes out of the ring and he tries to announce who his trainer is, but ultimately Eric Bischoff comes down to the ring and stops him. Bischoff comes to the ring, he comes with Gunner and tells Garrett that they have spies with eyes in the back of their heads, and apparently he's not here tonight. So Garrett may as well give up and go home. Just then, Hulk Hogan's music hits. And here I was thinking it was Bob Backlund all this time. But nevertheless, it's Hulk Hogan, and everyone's very surprised. Shock and horror. Yeah. So Hogan doesn't even say a word. He just comes down, lays out, God damn it, I wanted to say Garrett, it's Gunner, and they try to get Bischoff, but ultimately Gunner pulls him out of the ring and they escape. And nice little comeback. Well done. I was thinking that was it for Impact at this point, and then I remembered we've got another match to come yet, so let's see how this one goes. Let's see how the main event of the evening goes, I guess. Yeah, but before that we get an ad break and we come back to see that Hogan does actually say something. Not to the TNA crowd, but to us. I'm going to guess they didn't show that on the Tron or whatever they call it, but basically he just goes on about what better way to get back at Bischoff. Bischoff's on the wrong side of the fence, and what better way to prove this than have Garrett beat the crap out of him. And basically do it himself, obviously do it himself, so yeah, cool. Let's do this. I'm always up for Eric Bischoff taking a pounding every so often. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Let's do this. Could get ratings up at least. Hogan basically tells us as well that TNA are this close to, in his words, rolling off the top of the mountain and falling onto the greatest company in wrestling today, as they call it, because they're doing everything right. I'll admit it's getting better. It's not quite WWE level yet, but it's getting better. So you could be onto something, Hogan. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now, but ultimately it'll end up being crap, won't it? But we'll see. I have hopes. Hogan's obviously got high hopes. Well, he has for the TV cameras anyway, but still. As for Hogan coming back, I'm very happy he saved it for us. What better way? I mean, we are their biggest fan base, apparently. Apparently the UK crowd love it. I mean, well, like I keep saying, sorry, whether they watch it ironically or they actually do love it is another question. But it helps that we get all the pay-per-views for free, because TNA pay-per-views suck ass, so there'd be no point in watching them if they weren't free. So I'm going to guess that helps a lot with the TV ratings. But yeah, as for Impact, well, I watch it every week, but that's because I do this. And to be fair, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did, because the last couple of weeks has really been looking up, in my opinion. Really been looking up, so we'll have to see where we take it. And here we go with the finish of the night. It's Bubba Ray versus James Storm. Storm comes out selling his injury straight away, so that's always good. So his ribs taped up, and it looks like he's holding them at most of the point, and he really does sell his injuries quite well from the last match. So you got to give him credit where credit's due, my friend. That's what wrestlers should do. And I've just realised I've said ribs, and I didn't mean to say ribs. I meant to say midsection. Either way, my point stands. Shut up. And this again, for what it was another good match. Storm in 2 good matches in one night. Who'd have thought, eh? I mean, all it was a beat down by Bubba, but Storm sold it well, and you can't expect anything less, really, from this match. Well, you could, I don't know, you you could think, well, it's going to suck ass because there was no offense from Storm, but there was a little bit, and you can't fault Storm. He does what he can. He's selling his injuries, and for what it was pretty much worth your time. I mean, towards the end of the match, all three men take a bump, the referee included, is by that I mean, and Rude slides into the ring to hit Storm in the head with his belt, but Sting ultimately walks in with a baseball bat and scares him off. Oh, sorry, in case you're wondering. It's a cricket bat. It's not a baseball bat. Not this week. No, we're in England this week, so we have a cricket bat. Good old Sting playing to the crowd. Got to give him credit for that. He's trying, and he's working hard. Yeah, he's doing something for us. That's all that matters. At least he's pandering to us in the right way. I mean, I'm not even a cricket fan, and I can respect that. It made me laugh anyway. Ultimately, Storm wins with the last call. So it's a good job he won one match. I was happy to see that. I would have liked to see him win against Rude, but he won against Bully Ray, so you can't complain about this. At least he's done something right this week. And that ultimately is the end of our night, ladies and gentlemen. The overall last match, 6 out of 10. This night did not suck. It did not. It was mostly entertaining. There was only one bad match, I think. Garrett was boring. Eric Bischoff was boring. But we ultimately know where it was going. And it's always nice to get a pop from Hogan. So, even if the man should not be in a wrestling ring anymore, he still is a big face in wrestling. And I have to say, if I was in a live crowd, I'd still cheer for the man. Even after everything that you know about him, even if half of the stories that you hear about him are true, I'd still cheer for him. He's done more for wrestling than most people. So, this week, I was going to find something for the Sonic Award. I struggled and fought with myself, and ultimately, I'm going to have to go with this. Yep, it's me. I couldn't find anything this week, so I gave myself the award for sucking. So, overall night, I think I'm going to go with a 6 out of 10. That was the overall night. I'm not looking forward to next week. Star Wars week does not sound good to me. It's from the UK, so I'll probably do another audio impact, but Star Wars, I just see midgets in green. That's all I can see, midgets in green. And people dressed up. I just want to know which one's going to be Princess Leia. Who's going to be Darth Maul? One of them's going to be dressed as Darth Maul. Oh, but anyway, I digress. I think that's all I've got time for tonight, so I'm going to call it at that. For Strange to the Power of 3.co.uk, I have been Bubba Love. This has been the Audio Impaction. You have been agreeing with my suckage. I deserve that for once. So anyway, I'll see you next time, guys. Enjoy.